The truth about AI voiceover, what no one tells you. What's good, everybody, and welcome back. So today I want to talk about AI and voiceover and why everybody is in such a panic about it. Everywhere you look, there are doomsayers saying that the voiceover industry is dead and AI is taking over. And while AI voices are getting good, it's still a long way from being able to replace real humans. Here's the truth. AI is not going to replace humans. In fact, there's already a growing backlash against AI that is causing people to think twice about using it for their projects. Just look up the hashtag clankers and a little bit more on that later. So in this video, I'm going to talk about why AI and voiceover is not all doom and gloom like a lot of people would have you believe. I'm also going to tell you which jobs are in danger of losing to AI and which ones will never lose to AI. So AI tools can be useful. I use them every day for all kinds of different projects. But when it comes to AI and voiceover, there are jobs that are getting taken by AI, but those are the jobs that you probably wouldn't want anyway. Those are the low-end jobs that really don't pay, and let AI take them. That just means that we don't have to sift through all of the super cheap, bottom-of-the-barrel jobs anymore. But when it comes to professional jobs, AI falls way short. It's not even close. So today I'm going to go over 6 different reasons why AI is not taking over and why the growing backlash is only doing more and more to squash AI content. Reason number 1, authentic human emotion. You've heard me say on here plenty of times that it's more than just reading off a page, which is basically what AI does. They can't really inject any sort of humanisms or any kind of emotion into the script. AI doesn't understand a script. All it does is just regurgitate what's put on the page. Clients know that fake emotion and fake AI content risks their brand, and they don't want to take that chance in using a non-human voiceover for their product. Audiences are pretty savvy, and they can spot a clanker a mile away. Remember when auto-tune started getting popular? Once you heard it, you couldn't unhear it. Reason number 2 is storytelling and context. Voice actors tell stories. They don't just read words off a page. For instance, if you're doing an audiobook and you've got multiple characters that you need to separate their dialogue, AI can't really do that. An AI voiceover lacks nuance and usually falls apart if it's a longer form read, like a narration or an audiobook. Listeners complain all the time about audiobooks or training modules that sound robotic. And in fact, the hashtag clankers is starting to trend because people are calling out those projects and giving them kind of a scarlet letter. Reason number 3, the human connection. Clients love working one-on-one with real humans that can actually provide what they need. Collaborating, maybe it's multiple takes or getting feedback. You really can't do that with AI. It just spits out the content and you got to take it or leave it. When I'm in a directed session with a client, we collaborate, we brainstorm, we come up with different options right in the middle of the session. You can't do that with AI either.
And now for something completely different.
Are you on voiceover pay-to-play sites but are struggling to get traction? Or have you thought about joining a pay-to-play site but you just don't know how to optimize your profile for success? If so, then you don't want to miss this month's Masterclass replay sale called The 3-Step System to Turn Pay-to-Play Auditions into Gold with Amy Weiss. This is a replay of the live class back in March and is on super sale at $200 off the original price. In this class, you'll learn the overlooked profile mistake that's costing you jobs, why 90% of voice actors waste time auditioning for jobs they'll never book, the secret to making your voiceover demos work 24/7, how to turn a single pay-to-play booking into a long-term, high-paying client, the goldmine section of your profile that most voice actors ignore, why most voice actors treat pay-to-play sites like a lottery and lose, plus a ton more. This is a replay, so to learn more and to get instant access to the class, click on the link in the description and pinned comment below.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Reason number 4 is branding and trust. I mentioned before that, bigger brands don't want to risk their audience, so they're not going to take a chance on some fake voice. They want people to trust their brand. And if they're not using an authentic voice to connect with the audience, people are going to go somewhere else. Whether it's celebrity voices or just pro voice actors, we solidify their brand image. People are calling out this AI content using hashtag clankers, and it's starting to become kind of a PR disaster for a lot of these companies. Next up is legal or ethical or ownership issues. Lawsuits are starting to pop up all over the place about people claiming that someone stole their voice for an AI piece of content. When you hire a human pro, you don't have to worry about that. The contracts are nice and clean, no worries about stealing voices, everybody wins. Here's where NAVA comes in. NAVA is the National Association of Voice Actors. They're out there in DC pushing legislation for consent, compensation, and control of your own voice and likeness. They've been on the front lines working on awareness and working with lawmakers and unions to fight voice theft. Lots and lots of people are jumping onto this clankers movement, and it's only growing from here. Reason number 6 is hybrid workflows. So AI voices are being used for things like scratch tracks. I get multiple jobs a week where they've placed an AI scratch track just for timing, and then they want me to actually put the final touch, the human touch, on the project. So using AI as a tool like that is fine, but you replace a human with a clanker, and that's where the pushback is happening. A lot of people say that AI will eventually become as good or better than human voice, and that is not true. Several weeks ago when I was at the One Voice conference, I had a conversation with AI voice expert Monica Pozzialdo. Monica was the lead manager for text-to-speak research at Google. What she told me was they have about 20 elements of the human voice that they've mapped, but there's about 200 that they have no idea how to map. So earlier I mentioned that there are some jobs that will be lost to AI, and that's already happening. If you're doing a lot of the low-end work, like the top 10 alien abduction videos on YouTube where they just need a voice that's good enough, then those are the ones that are actually going to be taken, and already are. But like I said earlier, it's nice to just have those off the table. Those are jobs that we don't have to worry about anymore. Let the robots take them. They don't pay anyway. Another positive sign is that YouTube has now demonetized AI-generated slop, or clankers. They've actually stopped paying creators that use AI voices and AI imagery on their platform, and Facebook just followed suit. In fact, all the platforms that hire for those kinds of jobs have all of a sudden had a boom of hiring real voices because all of a sudden they can't use the content that they've already uploaded to YouTube. So they're having to replace that voice content with humans now. All right, let's recap real quick. Number 1, humans deliver authentic emotion. AI is never going to be able to do that. Number 2, storytelling needs nuance, and only humans can do that. Number 3, clients want collaboration. They want that back and forth of working with another human on a project. Number 4, brands and more importantly, customers trust authenticity. So they're not going to be using AI for those kinds of projects. Number 5, the legal and the ethical pushback is strong and it's only getting stronger. #clanker. And number 6 is hybrid workflows. People still will use AI for scratch tracks and that kind of thing, and that just makes it even easier to work on a project. And remember, NAVA and the VO community is fighting back and making really good strides. The AI backlash is real. Everywhere you look is AI this, AI that. People are getting sick of it. #clanker is trending, and it only shows that audiences prefer the real thing. So if you're a voice actor or are thinking about becoming one, don't let the AI panic consume you. Sure, it's taking some low-end jobs, but who cares? Let them take those jobs. Those aren't the jobs that you can build a career on anyway. Because remember, the industry, the audience, and now even the law is on our side. Thanks for watching, and I hope I reassured you a little bit that it's not all panic mode when it comes to AI. Let me know in the comments, have you seen the #clanker out there anywhere? And if not, the next time you see some AI slop out there, drop a #clanker on them. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. And by the way, if you want to learn how to build your VoiceOver website, which is super important in your VoiceOver marketing, and some tips and tricks and some do's and don'ts, click this video right here.